that shows what it looks like when we have multiple triangles within one larger triangle, right? So we can tackle these type of problems with 3 easy steps. Can someone read step number 1 for me? Raise your hand. Lizzie.
Write out the Pythagorean theorem and see which side you need to solve for.
Thank you. Your first thing that you're going to do is write out your Pythagorean theorem, just in case you forgot it. You're going to write it out, and then you're going to figure out which sides you have and which sides you still need to solve for. Who can read step number 2? Elizabeth, can you read step number 2 for me? Can you read step number 2?
Solve for the entire missing side.
Second thing that we're going to do is solve for our entire missing side. So it doesn't matter how many smaller triangles are broken up within our biggest triangle, we're going to solve for that entire missing length, that entire missing side, right? And step number 3, you can read 3 for me. Nick, can you read 3 for me?
Wow.
Can you read that one more time, Nick? Then you're going to add or subtract. That should say, yeah, add or subtract from the total side to get whatever piece, whatever small piece you're missing, right? So let's try another example together. Your example's on the bottom of the second page of your notes. I'm going to draw it real quickly up here. As always, my board should look exactly like your paper. Whatever notes I write up here, you should write down on your paper so that you can reference them at any time, right? Nod, yes. It's Tuesday morning. Super Tuesday. Let's go. All right. This looks a lot like the problem we just did, huh? Question mark and 4. All right, so if we're following our steps, the first step says, write out the Pythagorean theorem. Okay, boss. Equals c squared. And see which side you need to solve for. All that means is label the picture that you have, right? So we have A over here, we have B down here, and we have C over here, right? Because C is always the hypotenuse. C is always the longest. Equals, equals, equals. And then we can plug it in. 8 squared plus B squared equals 10 squared. Step 2, solve for that entire missing length. We're going to solve for B. 8 squared is 64. B squared we still don't know. 10 squared is 100. I'm going to subtract 64 from both sides. B squared equals 36. Yes. Square root of both sides. B equals 6. So now we have the total length of this bottom. The total length, B equals 6. Step 3, add or subtract from the total to get the piece that you're missing. So if B is the total, we know we have question mark and 4. Question mark plus 4 is going to give us our total. Subtract 4 from both sides. 2 equals question mark. Question mark equals 2. All right, so everybody has these in their notes now, right? Everyone wrote down exactly the way I had it on the board, right, Corbin? I need you to copy that down. Everybody else has it exactly written as I did.
Yeah.
So,
We do have to write the bottom part too.
yeah, it's part of your problem. It's step number 3.
I already know how to do it, so it's not that.
Yeah, you know how to do it right now because we just did it, right? What happens in 6 days when you're studying for your test
Oh, I know how to do it.
and you need to remind yourself how to do it? It's not going to be on the board anymore. It's not going to be on the board in an hour.
Could we use our notes for the test?
No, but you can use your notes to study for the test. So once you have that copied down into your own personal notes, you're going to flip over your notepad, work with your table. Carlos, go ahead and move back to your assigned seat so you and Kiara can work together. And ask you guys if you can find the value of x in this crazy looking problem. It doesn't look like the two problems we just did, but it's the same exact idea. So talk to your table partners, work together. If you're totally confused, ask them first, then raise your hand, and I will come around. We are solving for the value of x. Ask your table mates. What did they get? Did they? Looks like they're still working it out. Okay, so square root of 144, what's that? Yeah, but what is that what that is? Is that what the area is? Write down something quick. You might not remember. You don't remember? Alright, at least write down this. At least write down. So you got b squared equals the square root of 144. So right. So then, maybe if you're writing an equation for yourself, you know that b equals 1. And this whole thing is b. What's an equation for it? So like you figured it out in your head, like yeah. You don't need to, but I'm asking you to right now. Right? Plus 3. You want to combine these. So when you're combining, you're on the right track. X, sure. Plus 3, sure. Plus another 3, sure. Now you're missing one more. Octavius. You got it? No.
Bro, I'm going to, not right now, so chill.
2 3s. You have 2 X's. Combine them all, which is what you're doing here.
Okay, so you should make breakfast. Should have thought about that.
Exactly.
You got a match? You got a match?
So 3 plus 3 as far as it goes. And X plus X is. Now you solve for X. Did you get this one? Did the rest of your table get it?
Yeah.
Did you guys understand how you got it? Alright, then we're not working on this. Just hang tight, we're going to go over it. How about the rest of your table?
Yeah, they got it right.
You guys all got it
They
too?
got caught.
Awesome job.
It is.
Alright guys, take another 30 seconds, wrap up with your table. Seems like most of you guys have been getting it. You think you can help out?
So that one first was kind of like simple, right? I think what she's trying to do is she's gonna put you like you're gonna end up going like that and
Alright, you guys. I need a brave soul. I need a brave soul to come up here and show me the work that you did. I know that like most of you guys got this right. Come up here and show me the work that you did. Solve for X. So this is on your papers, right? 15 and 9. You're going to write in black. Who wants to come up and show me their work? I know I have so many brave scholars in this room, and I know so many of you guys got this right. Lizzie's always the first to jump on, which is great. It is great. What's that? You want to do it, T?
Yeah.
Sure. Come up and show me your work.
I've been here every day.
Alright, everyone watch as T shows us his magical work of solving for X. Can you explain to me what you're doing, T? Okay. He's writing the Pythagorean theorem. Why did you put 9 for A?
Oh, because it's not the hypotenuse.
Okay, so T labeled our straight vertical line, A, as 9. Then he labeled 15 as C, because C is always the hypotenuse, right?
There's four parts, so I did 4 and 12,
Okay, so that worked for this problem. Did anybody else do something different after they found the V equals 12? Lizzie, what did you do? You want to come up and write it? Okay. So good job, T. That's one way of solving it.
Wait, what?
Just ignore that. Do what you did. So that's one totally different way of doing it.
That's the way I done it.
Well, you didn't. This part. So you're ready to that.
Did I do that right? No.
There you go. There you go. All right, thank you, Lizzie. So these are two perfectly acceptable ways of finding our x, right? Why, in T's case, this won't always work. So it worked out for us this time, but why won't this always work?
Because.
What if this? What if this was a y, and that was an x?
And I want to solve for y then.
Yeah, which is why you were right.
I get complicated for me.
So we were assuming that all of these lengths are the same. We know that 3 and 3 are the same, and we know that x and x are the same. But what if 3 and x weren't the same? Right, so we have to set up an equation for ourselves. Right?
Yeah.
So how did you know, so this is, let's just say this is still x. How did you know that they were all going to be the same?
To be honest, I ain't even do 4 divided by 12. I just looked at it and it was, 4 parts, 12. Yeah.
Which is fine, you're right, you're right. They were all the same. But they might not always be the same, is what I'm saying. So, we have to be able to write ourselves equations like this, alright? We have to be able to know that, like, the 12, which is in total, is equal to all the sum of all those parts. Okay? So take the next, like, 13 minutes and work on our independent practice. We're going to be doing this silently and independently now, on your own. Do you need help? Oh, wait, hang on a second. So silently and independently work on this, and then we'll take our exit ticket, alright? Okay. Yeah.
Like how to get started.
So